Hey everyone, my name's Alita Teal and welcome to the first episode of this very first Minecraft series on my channel. So this is going to be a pretty vanilla playthrough of Minecraft. I do have some mods, obviously like shaders, which you can see. But I do also have a lot of other client-side mods. Nothing that really changes up the gameplay, but more so about changing up, say, the UI, a little bit of quality of life features, that sort of thing. So I have some pretty big plans for this series. A lot of it's going to be about trying out new building styles because I love building. I love like working out new styles of architecture. I love just like sitting creative, seeing what I can make. So there's like so many different styles and so many different projects I want to try in this series, but I also really want to get into the redstone side of things because I also really love redstone. I've made some rather fancy machines in the past, so prepare to see quite a lot of those as well. But obviously, before I can work on any of that, I need to find myself a nice little area to set up a starter base. Now, I'm not actually going to go too over the top with the starter base because whenever I start a survival world, I always bite off way more than I can chew with starter bases. And then it takes forever to finish that off, and it's like, yeah. So my starter base isn't really going to be too much of a base. It's going to be a bit more of a starter shelter, I suppose. It's not going to be very big. It's mainly just a space with a door and walls and a roof and a bed, hopefully. Yes, we're definitely going to have a bed. So I'm trying to find an area that has quite a few kinds of wood types around it. Like obviously oak, which I can see plenty of. Spruce, which I think I can see in the distance. Some dark oak would be really nice as well. And I also hope to find a swamp nearby because there's some stuff out of there that I want as well. Also, ideally, I'll find a nice flat area beside a river because those are my favorite kinds of areas to build in. Like, I love just having like waterfront places in Minecraft. And obviously, if it's flat, that's a lot less terraforming that I have to do. Okay, so we have a tiger biome. I do like the tigers, but I also love building in mega tigers. Just having that like the giant trees and all the pods all around. I don't know, it just gives off a really cozy vibe. Ah, there we go. Oh, this is more of a lake. That's even cooler. We could have a lakeside base. We've got a nice big open lake area. Looks like we've even got an island in the middle. Maybe that would be a cool spot to build. Hold up, let's have a look. Yeah, okay, this is actually a pretty decently sized island. Okay, well this actually looks like it could be a good spot for when I want to build a bigger base. So, let's see. I'll build like a nice big house here. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so for the starter shelter though. Oh, is that an underwater cave? Nice. For the starter base, I think I'll put it right here. Obviously, I'm not going to get it done before nighttime, so let me just make up that bed quickly. Alright, day 2. And first things first, I need to get myself set up with all the tools I'm gonna need. Now, like any good Minecrafter, I'm gonna pretty much skip through all the wood ones. And voila! We're all kitted out, we've got all the tools we need, we've got a furnace, got a crafting table. Now, I just need resources. And so, for this little starter shelter, I'm going to need not too much wood, But I am going to need stone and I'm going to need andesite. Because stone and andesite are two textures that I love mixing together quite a lot. So I guess I'll start with some wood because that's right here. And for the stone, I think I'll just head back over to the mainland. Probably a little bit closer to the village because I actually want to start building like a full-on quarry. Like just a massive hole in the ground that goes straight down. So let's pick out a good spot for that. I think I might put it over here. So let's mark out how big it's going to be. To start off with, I'll keep it pretty small, but I probably will make it bigger a bit later. But I do want to go with like a circular design because I want it to look good. I'm planning on digging straight down and having like a spiral staircase going all the way back up to the surface. But for now, I don't really care too much about making it look pretty, just like getting the shape and getting some of the resources out of it. So hopefully we also don't run into a massive cave straight away, because that will put a little bit of a dampener on my plans, because I am nowhere near ready to take on any caves. Like, I've got no armor, I've got this sheep's head, but that doesn't really give me any protection. And all I have is a stone sword. So, I've kind of dug pretty far down over the last 2 Minecraft days, and I haven't found a single block of andesite. I've found all this here. I found plenty of granite, plenty of diorite, plenty of cobblestone. Not a single block of andesite. Well, I think I'm just gonna have to suck it up and find a cave to go exploring in. Now, down here at the very bottom of the quarry, or at least what I've dug out so far, I actually happened to find one. And it sounds super, super spooky. And I also am guessing that it is very huge because I can barely see any of it. If I had a torch, I could probably drop it down there and maybe light up a little bit. But I don't think I've even found any coal in this hole. It's been kind of a useless quarry so far. Like, I found lapis. Lapis. I can't use that. So I'm gonna have to put the quarry aside for a little bit and prepare to go exploring in a proper cave. Probably not that one down there. There we go. Now that's a cave. Now this one's actually pretty close to my quarry, which means it might actually be the same one that I accidentally tunneled into. Let's see, is there actually a way down? I'm not seeing one. Okay, maybe this isn't where I'm going to be mining either. Let's just have a quick look at what's in here. Oh, loads of iron. Very nice. More granite, more coal, more cave. Okay. Still no andesite. Jackpot! Oh yeah, that is so much andesite. That's definitely going to be more than enough. And it looks like over here, we might actually have an easy way down into that cave. Let's just grab the andesite, get back to our little camp, and finally build our little starter shelter. Oh man, this is supposed to be like a quick and simple build so that I don't get bogged down working on this for too long. But I really was not expecting andesite to take this long to find. So, before I get straight into the time lapse for this little shelter, I just want to mention very quickly what is going to be well, pretty much my favorite Minecraft mod ever. It's a client-side one that gets used in pretty much every single one of my builds, and I just want to go over it quickly because it's honestly a game changer. It's called Random Block Placement, and I'll leave links to it down below. It works on both Forge and Fabric, but pretty much what it does is that I can type in R block 1 to 3. So when I actually right click, it's going to randomly switch between all the hotbar slots that I selected. And this is like absolutely perfect for texturing. Oh, it's a chest there. Because I love just getting like these randomized textures in my builds. And I used to like just scroll the scroll wheel and then right click, and that hurts your fingers after a while. Then I tried making a macro for my mouse and that didn't really work. So actually having it built into the Minecraft client is so good. Now I'm just going to get rid of this because this isn't actually going to be part of my build. Well, it's a brand new day, so let's stop wasting sunlight and let's get this shelter built. And there we have it. The little starter shelter is complete. I decided to go with a little bit of a abstract modern design, I guess. It's kind of like a little living pod. So obviously not very big, but it does have everything I need to start off with. So we have a little bit of easy access storage here, a composter. Inside we've got the beds, a little bit of decoration, an armor stand with a helmet that I just crafted, and I will be taking that into the mine very soon. We have this little storage area, which is actually organized, even though it doesn't have all that much in it right now. And then we've got this little crafting area. Also, the campfire does have this cute little chimney up the top so that we don't smoke the entire house out. So I will be expanding on this area as I unlock resources, such as putting in a stone cutter, maybe a cartography table, a few other little bits and bobs like that. But I think for the bare necessities, this does the job really well. Now with the stone, ideally I would have loved to have used like some mossy cobblestone, do a bit of a gradient, like mossy down the bottom, no mossy up the top. But that would require either finding vines or finding a lush cave with moss. And honestly, for a build this small, it's kind of a bit too much. I already spent way longer trying to find andesite than I thought I would. And now I just gotta wait for the rest of these mega spruce trees to grow. It'll spread a little bit of pods all around, make it feel a little bit like the mega taiga, or what is it called? I think it's called an old spruce growth biome. I don't know, it'll make it feel a bit more like that. It'll make it all just feel a little bit more homely. But while we wait for that, I think it's finally time we went and explored that cave. So I do have enough iron to craft a few things. So let's get the essentials, which is of course a iron pickaxe, a bucket, and a shield. I only have one. Oh no, I've got some more iron here. Maybe I'll build a sword as well. That should be pretty handy. I actually might just go back down to the quarry and I'll leave some water here. I'm not actually going to go down to the cave through here, but I'm curious to see if I can actually find this as I'm exploring the other cave that I found. I don't think I'll try to enter the cave through that hole either. So I'm curious, because I did find that other big cave entrance through here. And if my hunch is correct, they should all be connected to the same cave system. If true, that'll be cool. If it's not true, it's still also cool because that means that I've got 2 big cave systems to explore. But you can never have too many big caves. Redstone, yes, that's good. I don't have a use for gold quite so much, but I definitely do for redstone. Now we're getting into, oh, whoa. Can you see how huge this is? I mean, it's kind of hard to see because of how dark everything is. But this cave is massive. Wow, this is going to take a while to explore. Actually, no, worse than that, it's going to take a while to light up fully. I'm actually starting to get new ideas. I was about to say second thoughts, but no, I'm not getting second thoughts about exploring. I'm getting second thoughts about what sort of base I should build. Because I was... Wait a second. Is that diamond? Is that more diamond? Oh, I gotta be careful. I don't want to get too greedy. Oh, is it worth trying to get that diamond just yet? Let's see. If I throw a torch. Oops. I give it a little bit more power. Yep, that's diamond alright. Now, this isn't going to stop mobs from spawning, but it is at least going to help me see a bit better. Well, okay, I guess we're doing it now. Not quite how I planned for that to go. Oh, well, there's a spider. Not a spider, a skeleton. This cave just goes forever. Like, it keeps just going down. Okay, maybe I should just get the diamonds and get out of here. Let's see, how many have we got? 1, 2... 3. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But yeah, this cave is massive. You probably can't see it very well because of how dark it is. But I'm starting to think maybe for my first big base, I will actually build it down in here. And then have like an entrance from there that goes all the way down. Maybe I could use like a one of those redstone piston elevators. Oh, I'm getting so many ideas. Yeah, this cave is going to be amazing to explore. It just keeps going on forever and ever. Like, let me check. I'm playing with a render distance of 16 chunks. And it just keeps going. It doesn't show any sign of stopping. But it's also going to take me forever to explore all of this, so I might have to save that for the next episode. Because there is one other thing I want to do before I end, and honestly I don't want to drag this out forever, which I could very, very easily do. Look, I'm doing it right now by grabbing all this coal. Well, now that I've got all my goodies safely stashed away, and I've gotten myself this fancy iron suit of armor, there is one last thing I want to do before I end the video, and that is to go and find a swamp. Now, there's a few things that I want from the swamp. Obviously, I want to get some slimes, I want to get some slime balls, but there's also a few other blocks I want to get, which I will talk about once we get there. Well, after a decent amount of exploring, and probably about, let's see, where's my coordinates? A few thousand blocks traveled, I have finally found a swamp. And it's about to become nighttime, so hopefully I can get some slimes. Or it's decided it wants to rain on my parade instead. Maybe I'll save the slime hunting for when it's a little bit drier. But first, I want to talk about these blocks that I am so excited to collect, which is mud. Yes, I know, not many people have been excited over mud before, but yes, these are the mud blocks from 1.19. Now, I've been wanting to learn how to make my own mods for Minecraft for quite a long time, so I thought this was as good an opportunity as any. So I went ahead and backported the mud and also the mangroves, I'll get to those in a second, from the 1.19 snapshots into 1.18. Because, honestly, I was getting really impatient, the blocks look really nice, and I couldn't wait for 1.19 to fully come out to play around with them. So, here we go, we have mud. And let me grab some mangrove, which should be this here. Yes! Look at that beautiful red colour. Now, it should also drop... Ooh, that's a bit more vicious than I thought it would be. Oh geez, that's actually really close. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. So the leaves will drop these little... what are they called? Mangrove Propagules. They're basically the mangrove saplings. Now, I haven't exactly made these work... well, I haven't made them work exactly the way they will in 1.19. Because in that you'll be able to plant them in water or dangle them from leaves. Honestly, I was too lazy to program all that in, and you know, I gotta leave some stuff for 1.19. So these will just work like any other plant. I can only plant them on certain blocks, which does include the mud. But now that I've collected a bunch of these, I will probably head back. I don't think I want to stick around for slimes because I've got quite a lot of stuff that I've found, because I did a little bit of raiding of a village on the way. I also found a ruined nether portal, so I'll just take what I've got and I will make the long journey back home. Now that I have those, let's find a nice little spot to plant these. I'll probably turn this into my mangrove sanctuary. So let's talk about mud. So this works pretty much the same as it does in the snapshots. There is one change though, which I made, which I think kind of makes sense for mud. It's probably not going to be in 1.19, but hey, when you can make your own Minecraft mods, why not make things work how you want them to? So if I go ahead and walk on this, it's actually going to slow me down, kind of like how soul sand does, except I think I set this to be the same speed as when you walk over honey. I'm pretty sure it's what I set it to. Now if I go ahead and harvest all this, let's go and craft it up into packed mud. Yes, that's right, it's just mud and wheat, which is how it is in the snapshot so far. And that is also why you may have noticed this, this little wheat farm behind me is slowly getting bigger and bigger. This isn't for food. This is for mud. So now that I have this packed mud, I can go ahead and turn it into mud bricks. And these are such a cool looking block. I cannot wait to make a build out of them. Same with the mangroves. Let me go get some planks. The mangroves are like a very nice reddish color. And like my first thought was that, oh yeah, it's pretty similar to crimson wood. And well, it's not really. Crimson wood is a lot more purple. So I can go ahead and craft all these into their variants as well. Like I can make mangrove slabs. I can make pressure plates. I can make trapdoors, which I don't have enough blocks for. I can even do the mangrove doors, which I might actually just replace this door here quickly, just to make the place look a little bit more fancy. So I can also strip the logs as well. Let's see, there we go. That's also going to be really fun to build with. And then also likewise with the bricks, I can turn them into stairs and slabs and walls. So yeah, pretty much everything you can do with these blocks I've modded into here. Now I know there's already mods out there that already do this sort of thing, but they also added a lot of the deep dark stuff, which I didn't want to add in just yet. That I do want to keep for 1.19's actual release. But I just got really impatient about these building blocks just because of how cool they are. So yeah, we have these now. Also, the way to make mud is the same as in the snapshots as well. So if I take some glass bottles, let's fill them up with water, grab some dirt, let's just place this down, let's just put it here. And if I go ahead and grab those water bottles, all I gotta do is right click, and it converts to mud. Now this is kind of gonna take a while to do by hand, but thankfully this also works with dispensers. So if I had a dispenser, which I don't think I have the ingredients to make one of those, but if I could set up just like an automatic mud converting machine, which is probably something I'll do for the next episode, because I reckon my next build is going to make a lot of use of the mud and the mangroves, but that is going to be a thing for next episode. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is the first time I've tried doing like a big long series like this, so I'm still figuring things out as I go. But if you're keen to see more, keen to see how this world progresses, make sure to subscribe. I'm planning on doing these videos once a week. My schedule might be a little bit all over the place as I'm starting out, because starting out is always a fun place to be in. But anyway, the sun is setting, so I should probably wrap things up. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.